How's it going, everyone? Mike here with March 25th, Merch by Amazon sales update. Things are getting exciting. I gotta be honest. I'll go through this and I'll show you a couple of things that I've noticed when it comes to the numbers. And then, as you can see in the title, there was something exciting that I noticed last night in regards to Amazon's Choice product, and I'll talk about that. I'm gonna leave the suspense kind of hovering in the air just for a little bit. But let's look at the numbers and the sales. So 10 is the number yesterday. 10 sales, all in the U.S. market. The I guess the ratio of new products to older products, and new is anything that I'm considering about 3 to maybe 5 weeks or 4 weeks old, is about 50-50. So, which is actually awesome, but at the same time concerning, because now I'm thinking, my old products would have been averaging, which is true. They were averaging about 5-6 sales a day or something like that, maybe even less. I don't know. Actually, I would have to do the math and divide it by the whole month and the number of days in the month. But basically the sales have, I don't want to say really doubled. They have doubled from, let's say, from last October. And maybe I can pull up that chart. Because if we're looking at, so yeah, October. So this was the average for last year, but I get, again, COVID, and there were a lot of things that went into, like, for example, April was a 0 month, I'm assuming, for everybody, because no products were listed. And it was just overall for me, being in tier 8,000, like, I thought this was normal. I was happy getting, $400, $300, 260, 235, 340 in royalties every month, which was fine. Now being at a tier 20,000 and having these products up, it's definitely doubled my sales, and as you can see here, tripled my royalties, which is amazing. But it's just like I'm thinking back. It's like, man, what was I just doing things wrong back then, or what was the case? Was it the quality of the products? Was it basically, the reason I'm saying all this is I don't want to make the same mistakes. And anyways, the overall result and performance of the account is great, as you can see here, and only time will tell, right? But to get $1,000 plus royalties a month, I'm definitely not going to complain, because the last time that was happening, it was back in 2019, where I was selling, as you can see here, even over 300 products, because my revenue share or royalties per sale were much lower, because majority of my sales were PopSockets, which is $225 a sale. Now, let's look. I just want to point this out. I want to point these numbers out for one reason. And let's say we're going to come back to that, because I don't want to lose my train of thought when it comes to the numbers. Okay, so 10 sales yesterday. It's still early in the morning today, and I'm at 2 sales, again, US market, which is great. Last 7-day average is sitting, again, it's sitting around 70, but because this is included, it's at 62 right now. So by the end of the day, it is going to get back to 70. And this month in the US, 213 sales for the, I guess it would have been 211 as of the 25th, for the total of $743 in royalties. As you can see here, it's really surpassed the last month's sales, which is exactly what I was kind of expecting and predicted. But again, I don't want to be overly confident and say, it's going to beat out the November, but I don't want to say that it's not. So anyways, that's great. The other thing that I want to look at is this. Total number of sales across all marketplaces, 258. And I guess if I want to be extremely accurate, it would be 256 if we go from March 1st to the 25th. So that's where we stand right now. So I just want to leave that up for a couple of seconds, because I haven't done this in probably 10 or 15 of my last videos, or maybe I haven't actually done it at all since I started doing the daily updates. But 256 for this month so far, March 25th, total sales across all marketplaces. 256. Let's compare that to the previous month. And this is the number I haven't pulled up yet. 185. So now that is a huge difference. So if we're looking at the US market, which is 165 to 213, again, big difference. But 185 to, nope, 185 to 256. Now we're talking about a big difference. Now by the end of the month, if this keeps going, even if I get another 20 sales, the difference will be 100 total sales more than the previous month. And I consider the previous month to be a pretty good month for February. So things are looking good is basically what I want to say. Okay, I know it's 6 minutes, but hopefully this next part will be worth it. So last night, I'm going through my product, just looking at some things, doing some quick analysis, and I come to, and I had to black out a lot of things, but hopefully you guys won't mind. Here we go. So I got the Amazon's Choice, what is it? Tag, whatever you want to call it, their recommendation for one of my products. Now here's the interesting part. And the reason that I said let's look at these numbers here. This same product had the same tag, or was flagged by Amazon's as their choice back in, I think, August or September of 2018. And all of these sales have resulted from a huge spike in sales of that one exact same PopSocket. So it is day one of that recommendation. I don't know what to call it. Amazon's tag for their Amazon's Choice product. So it's day one, and so far I've had no sales of that one. But last time when this happened, I was doing about, for example, for this month, and I would have to really look at the stats and everything, but I think it was over 200 of that one product sold. I think it might have even been about 300. So, and again, I understand it was December and everything, but what I'm trying to say is that Amazon's Choice tag for that one product had a significant impact on my sales for those couple of months until it was taken down. Once they took down that Amazon's Choice recommendation, the sales just simply dropped as if if the PopSocket had never sold before. So it is the 25th. And that's when this went up. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep track of it, and I'll share this in my daily updates with you guys. But I'm curious because I guess when I think about it instantly, my expectation is that the sales, at least for that one product, are going to spike, and I'm talking like a significant spike, maybe 10 a day or something like that. Maybe not. I don't know. But what's happened, for example, since yesterday, is that only one of them sold. And again, I don't know if it takes a little time for that product to start showing up when people search for that term, or what the case is. I actually don't know how much time it actually takes to be fully kind of integrated into their system. But we're gonna keep track of it. So that's the exciting part. And anytime, if anyone watching this has had this happen to them, share your experience, because my experience is that it's undeniable that the sales will spike, because even myself as a shopper, anytime I see this, I'm like, okay, I'm going for this product. The fact that it has 79 ratings, and as you can see here, I can't remember, I think it was like 4.2 or something like that, overall rating out of 5 is also a big help. So we'll see. That's the exciting part. A lot of things are happening when it comes to the overall sales update of the video. I mean, this number here is just exceptional to me. And then, like I said, Amazon's choice, at least for one product. I'm going to actually go through some of the other ones. Not that I'm expecting it, but there are a few products that are selling more than others. So I'm going to go through some of my products, see what's going on. I don't usually look at the listings, but this one I did for, I can't even remember what reason, and I found that. So anyways, as you can see here, Amazon's choice for, sorry, I had to black it out, PopSocket. So this is actually a very common search term in my opinion, because it's very kind of like direct and I don't want to say plain, but plain in a sense like, yeah, I can see people looking for that very, very often. So anyways, we'll see how long they leave it up. We'll see what what it does to my sales. But again, it's very, very exciting. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thanks guys, as always. Any questions, comments, leave them down below.